Hello students, today we are going to discuss an important topic in economics which is called inflation. Any general increase in prices over a period of time is called inflation. Similarly, any general fall in the prices over a period of time will be called deflation. Okay, so there are two aspects to this definition. One, the change in prices should be general, or increase in prices should be general. It should not be restricted to one commodity or two commodities. It should be a general increase in prices. Second one, it should happen over a period of time. It should not be restricted to a single time period. Okay, so it should happen over a period of time. So this is called inflation. So why is inflation so important? Inflation is quite important to all people, both producers and consumers, and the government also. Let's consider it from the part of producers and consumers. What is inflation desirable to the producers? Inflation is desirable to the producers as far as the price rise is restricted only to their final output and not to the inputs. Okay, so they will be happy if the price level increases because they will get a higher price for their output and thereby they can earn a higher profit. But when inflation also takes place in the case of inputs, then the cost of production also increases and the producers may not be as happy as before. For the consumers, an inflation is always a pain because when prices rise, they will have to pay a higher price to whatever commodities they are buying, and hence we say that their income is worthless now or their purchasing power has fallen. So inflation is quite bad for the consumers, so they don't like it, and we often see inflation from the point of view of the consumers, and inflation is generally regarded as undesirable, especially in the developing economies. Okay, so what is this inflation? How does this happen? Okay, inflation is a phenomenon that happens over a period of time and happens in the case of a general commodities, in case of a large number of commodities. Okay, so if the price level was 100 in 2010 and price level is 100 in 2005, called inflation 5, and it was 100 in 2000 and it is 150, let's say it is 200 in 2020, we say that the general level of prices has doubled over the 10-year period. 2010 to 100 and 2020 200. So here the general level of prices has doubled over the 10-year period. Okay, this is the case of an inflation. Okay, and inflation is also important for the earner of income. Suppose you are earning in 2010, you are earning 10,000 rupees. You are earning 10,000 rupees, and in 2020 your earnings increases to 20,000. Your earnings increases to 20,000. From 10,000 it has to increase to 20,000. So over a 10-year period your income has doubled. So you should obviously be happy because it's quite a substantial rise. But a person who has studied economics or who is quite aware about inflation will not be happy until he knows what is the rise in prices over this period of time. Okay, because this income, why do we need this income, 10,000 or 20,000? We need this income to buy commodities and services. It is not the currency, not as such, which gives us utility, but the commodities or services, which this currency not can buy. It is those commodities and services which gives us utility. Okay, so we will not be happy solely because our income has increased, or what we call as nominal income has increased, but we will also consider the level of prices. Suppose your income increased from 10,000 to 20,000, but whatever prices, this is your income and this is yours. Income from 10,000 to 20,000, and prices has increased from 100 to 200. Income has doubled, but prices have also doubled. So ultimately your purchasing power remains the same. So here you get the concept of real income. Okay, real income. Real income is the income discounted for a price rise. How do you find real income? Here you can find the real income in 2020 by discounting this nominal income with the inflation. Here the rate of inflation is 200 as compared to 100. So what we do? We discount 20,000 into 100 divided by 200. Here nominal income into base year index divided by current year index. This is base year index. If we consider 2010 as the basic year and 2020 as this year, then the real income will be given by nominal income in this year. 2020 we assume as the current year, and nominal income in 2020 was 20,000, and we multiply with the nominal income by a deflator. This deflator is given by base year price index. This is the base year price index, and this is the current year price index. So we deflate this and we get the real income as 10,000. So what has happened? Though your nominal income has doubled from 10,000 to 20,000 over this time year period, your real income has remained the same at 10,000. And how did we get this real income? We deflated the nominal income with the price level and we arrive at the real income as 10,000. So we are not happy. There has not been any real increase in our income, and this is the importance of inflation also. And how do we know that our situation has not improved despite a doubling of our nominal income? We compare the income of the 2 years in real terms by deflating it with the general price level and arrive at the income as 10,000. So our situation has not improved, or this person's situation has not improved, the person concerned situation has not improved over the 10 years period. And this is the importance of inflation as far as a salary earner or a person who gets an income is concerned, an earner is concerned. Here, so we have discussed inflation from the point of view of the producer, from the point of view of the consumer, as well as a salary earner. So inflation is highly important for all these people. And now you will be confused. How did you get this 100 or 200? Okay. How did you get this 100 or 200? This 100 or 200 is called the price index. This is called the price index. It shows weighted prices of a particular number of commodities. Weighted average price of some commodities, some selected commodities. Weighted average price of some selected commodities. How do we determine this price index? I will show you a very simple example. Consider there was only two commodities, commodity X and commodity Y. Okay, commodity X and commodity Y. And commodity X is a very essential commodity which is used by a large number of people. Commodity X is a very essential commodity which is used by a very large number of people. So we can say that changes in the price of this commodity X will affect a very large number of people, or almost all people in the economy. So the importance of commodity X is relatively greater. Suppose this commodity X was grains, rice, and this commodity Y is commodity Y is fish. So though they are both necessary, actually rice is more necessary to people, and therefore it is the staple grain, and therefore this is more important to people, and we attach more importance or more weightage to rice. So we give 2/3 weightage to commodity X because it is more important to a large number of people, and only 1/3 weight to commodity Y because it is less important, less number of people are consuming it. So we give more weightage to commodity X and less weightage to commodity Y. And the price of commodity X is 50 and price of commodity Y is 80. Okay, this is in 2020, and now we are moving on to 2021. What happens in 2021? Price of rice increases to 60 and price of X rises to 60 and and price of Y rises to 90. Price of what commodities increases. Price of X rises by, price of X rises to 55, 10% rise in price of X, and price of Y rises to 88. Price of both commodities increases by 10%. Price of X rises from 50 to 55 and price of Y rises from 80 to 88. Now we consider the base year index as 100. Base year price index as 100 and the current year price index has changed. How much it has changed? You can see that the current year price index can be obtained by multiplying weight with the prices 2 by 3 into 55 plus 1 by 3 into 88. So we get 110 by 3 plus 88 by 3, which is 198 by 8. So we get the price index at 66. So the price index for 2021 is 66, and similarly the price index of 2020 will be 2 by 3 into 50, 2 by 3 into 50 plus 1 by 3 into 80. Okay, so here 100 divided by 3 plus 80 divided by 3, that is 60. So price index has risen from 60 to 66 over this 1 year. 60 from 66 over this 1 year, and this is how we calculate the price index. And this price index is used to measure inflation. And normally we have a large number of commodities in our daily life, and therefore instead of the two commodities that we show here, we will have a very large number of commodities normally in a price index. While calculating a price index, there will be very essential commodities like grains, rice, wheat may be there, vegetables may be there, vegetable oils will be there, energy, electricity, petroleum products, price of petroleum products, then price of fish meat, then price of construction commodities like cement, steel, bricks. All these will be taken into account while constructing a real life price index. Here we have considered a very simple method of calculating a price index, and we saw that due to rise in price of the commodities, our price index rose from 60 to 66 in 1 year period. This same method is used to calculate real life price index, but normally the number of commodities included in a real life price index will be much greater. Okay, so this is how inflation is calculated, and we found the importance of inflation. So again, to sum up the class, first, inflation, it is a general rise in the level of prices over a period of time. The rise should be general, it should not be restricted to one or two commodities, and it should happen over a period of time instead of a point of time. Then the importance of inflation to producers, consumers and income earners. Okay, and how this inflation concept is important in determining the purchasing power of our income. And then finally we discuss how a price index, a simple price index, could be calculated using weighted average method. Okay, so we have weights 1 by 3 and 2 by 3. And how was this weights calculated? Here we simply assume that the weight of commodity X is 2 by 3 and that of commodity Y is 1 by 3. Actually, this weight is determined by the importance attached or the quantity consumed, or the importance attached by consumers to each of these commodities. When a commodity is consumed by a very large number of people, the change in the price of that commodity affects all people, all those people who consume it, and therefore that commodity has to be given more importance in price index, and therefore such a commodity will get higher weightage. Whereas those commodities which is consumed by comparatively lesser number of people will affect only few people, and therefore the weight attached to such a commodity should be lower, and that is what we did by giving different weights to the two commodities. Okay, so that is about inflation, and in the next class we will continue with it. Okay, thank you.